The 1999 United States half dollar. History, context, and significance. The 1999 United States half dollar coin occupies an interesting place in the broader narrative of American coinage. Though not widely used in everyday transactions by the end of the 20th century, the half dollar remained a symbolically rich denomination, reflecting both historical continuity and evolving public attitudes toward currency. To understand the 1999 half dollar fully, it is necessary to explore its design origins, historical context, production details, economic relevance, and its place within American culture at the close of the millennium. Origins of the half dollar denomination. The half dollar is one of the oldest denominations in United States coinage, dating back to the Coinage Act of 1792. This foundational law established the U.S. Mint and introduced a standardized system of currency. The half dollar, valued at 50 cents, was conceived as a practical denomination for commerce in a time when coin-based transactions dominated daily life. Throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, the half dollar underwent numerous design changes. Early versions included the flowing hair, draped bust, and capped bust designs, followed later by the seated liberty and barber types. Each redesign reflected changing artistic tastes, political symbolism, and technological advancements in minting. By the mid-20th century, the half dollar had become firmly established in American commerce. However, its role would soon shift dramatically due to cultural and economic changes, particularly with the introduction of the Kennedy half dollar in 1964. Introduction of the Kennedy half dollar. The modern half-dollar series began in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in November 1963. In response to national mourning and public demand, the U.S. Mint rapidly redesigned the half-dollar to honor the late president. The obverse, front, of the coin features a portrait of Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse back displays the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. This design has remained largely unchanged through 1999 and beyond, making the 1999 half-dollar part of a long-standing visual tradition. Initially struck in 90% silver in 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar quickly became a collector's item. This popularity, combined with rising silver prices, led to hoarding, which reduced its circulation. From 1965 to 1970, the coin's silver content was reduced to 40%. And after 1970, it was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. Composition and specifications of the 1999 half-dollar. By 1999, the half-dollar was produced using a clad composition consisting of a pure copper core, sandwiched between outer layers of copper and nickel. This composition was standard for most circulating U.S. coins of the era. The physical specifications of the 1999 half-dollar are as follows. Diameter, 30.61 millimeters. Weight, 11.34 grams. Edge, reeded. Composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel outer layers, with a pure copper core. These specifications had remained consistent since the early 1970s, ensuring uniformity across decades of production. Minting locations and production. In 1999, half-dollars were struck at two primary U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins produced in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those struck in Denver carry a small D mint mark on the obverse, near the truncation of Kennedy's neck. Additionally, proof versions of the 1999 half-dollar were produced at the San Francisco Mint. These proof coins, marked with an S, were specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish and enhanced detail. Production numbers for the 1999 half-dollar were relatively modest compared to earlier decades. By the late 20th century, demand for half-dollars in circulation had declined significantly. Most coins produced were intended for collectors rather than general use. Decline in circulation? One of the most notable aspects of the 1999 half-dollar is its limited presence in everyday transactions. By this time, the coin had largely disappeared from circulation. Several factors contributed to this decline. Public preference. Consumers and businesses increasingly favored smaller denominations, such as quarters and dollar bills, which were more convenient for transactions. Vending machine compatibility. Many vending machines and automated systems were not designed to accept half dollars, reducing their practical utility. Collector hoarding. Since the introduction of the Kennedy design, many people collected half dollars as keepsakes, further limiting their circulation. Economic inflation. Over time, the purchasing power of 50 cents decreased, making the denomination less useful for common purchases. As a result, by 1999, the half dollar had become more of a collector's item than a functional piece of currency. Artistic and symbolic elements. The design of the 1999 half dollar carries deep symbolic meaning. The obverse portrait of John F. Kennedy represents leadership, optimism, and a pivotal era in American history. The inscription "Liberty" arcs around the top of the coin, while the national motto "In God We Trust" appears below Kennedy's chin. The date 1999 is prominently displayed at the bottom. The reverse features a heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest, clutching arrows and an olive branch. This imagery reflects the dual themes of military readiness and a desire for peace. Above the eagle is a constellation of stars, representing the original 13 colonies, while additional stars encircle the design, symbolizing the states of the Union. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "half dollar" frame the reverse, reinforcing the coin's identity and value. The 1999 coin in historical context. The year 1999 was significant in many ways. It marked the final full year of the 20th century and the last year before the widely anticipated transition to the new millennium. This period was characterized by rapid technological advancement, economic growth, and global interconnectedness. In the United States, the late 1990s were a time of relative prosperity. The economy experienced strong growth, low unemployment, and a booming stock market driven by the rise of the Internet. However, concerns about the Y2K computer bug created widespread anticipation and uncertainty as the year 2000 approached. Within this context, the 1999 half dollar serves as a tangible artifact of its time. The design of the 1999 half dollar carries deep symbolic meaning. The obverse portrait of John F. Kennedy represents leadership, optimism, and a pivotal era in American history. The inscription "Liberty" arcs around the top of the coin, while the national motto "In God We Trust" appears below Kennedy's chin. The date 1999 is prominently displayed at the bottom. The reverse features a heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest, clutching arrows and an olive branch. This imagery reflects the dual themes of military readiness and a desire for peace. Above the eagle is a constellation of stars, representing the original 13 colonies, while additional stars encircle the design, symbolizing the states of the Union. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "half dollar" frame the reverse, reinforcing the coin's identity and value. The 1999 coin in historical context. The year 1999 was significant in many ways. It marked the final full year of the 20th century and the last year before the widely anticipated transition to the new millennium. This period was characterized by rapid technological advancement, economic growth, and global interconnectedness. In the United States, the late 1990s were a time of relative prosperity. The economy experienced strong growth, low unemployment, and a booming stock market driven by the rise of the Internet. However, concerns about the Y2K computer bug created widespread anticipation and uncertainty as the year 2000 approached. Within this context, the 1999 half dollar serves as a tangible artifact of its time. Though not widely used in commerce, it reflects the continuity of American coinage traditions amid a rapidly changing world. Collector interest and numismatic value. The 1999 half dollar is of particular interest to coin collectors, known as numismatists. While it is not considered rare, its value depends on factors such as condition, mint mark, and whether it is a proof coin. Circulated examples typically hold only their face value, while uncirculated coins in mint condition may command a modest premium. Proof coins, especially those in original packaging, are more desirable and can be worth more to collectors. Special attention is often given to coins with errors or unusual features, which can significantly increase their value. However, such examples are relatively uncommon. Role in U.S. mint sets. In 1999, the U.S. Mint included half dollars in its annual uncirculated and proof sets. These sets were marketed to collectors and provided a convenient way to acquire coins in pristine condition. The inclusion of the half dollar in these sets ensured its continued production despite declining demand for circulation. For many collectors, assembling complete year sets of coins is a central aspect of the hobby, and the 1999 half dollar plays a role in these collections. Comparison with other denominations. By the late 1990s, the half dollar occupied a unique position among U.S. coins. While denominations such as the penny, nickel, dime, and quarter remained widely used, the half dollar had become largely symbolic. The introduction of the state quarters program in 1999 further shifted public attention towards smaller denominations. This highly popular initiative featured new quarter designs representing each state, capturing widespread interest and overshadowing the half dollar. In comparison, the half dollar's static design and limited circulation made it less visible, though no less historically significant. Cultural significance. Despite its limited use, the half dollar retains cultural importance. It is often associated with historical figures, particularly John F. Kennedy, whose legacy continues to resonate with many Americans. The coin also appears in various contexts, including coin collecting, magic tricks, and ceremonial uses. Its larger size and distinctive appearance make it easily recognizable, even to those who rarely encounter it in daily life. For some, the half dollar evokes nostalgia, recalling a time when it was more commonly used in transactions. For others, it represents a connection to history and national identity. The future of the half dollar. As of 1999, the future of the half dollar was uncertain. While it continued to be produced, its role in everyday commerce had diminished significantly. In subsequent years, the U.S. Mint would further reduce production levels, focusing primarily on collector demand. Efforts to reintroduce the half dollar into circulation have been limited, and its use remains rare. However, the coin's enduring design and historical significance ensure its continued relevance in numismatic circles. Conclusion. The 1999 United States half dollar is more than just a piece of currency. It is a reflection of history, culture, and changing economic realities. Rooted in a tradition that dates back over 2 centuries, the half dollar has evolved alongside the nation it represents. By 1999, the coin had transitioned from a widely used medium of exchange to a largely symbolic and collectible item. Its design, honoring John F. Kennedy, connects it to a pivotal moment in American history, while its continued production reflects the enduring legacy of the denomination. In the broader context of U.S. coinage, the 1999 half dollar stands as a testament to continuity amid change. Though its role in daily life has diminished, its historical and cultural significance remains intact, ensuring its place in the story of American currency for generations to come.